Hello, good morning everyone. We are going to solve a practical problem from profit prior and after incorporation. So this is the second unit for BCom second year students for fourth semester. See the question here. Akash Limited took over a running business with effect from 1/4/2018. The company was incorporated on 1/8/2018. This means that the company started its business from 1/4, that is from 1st April, and it got its certificate in August month. The following summarized profit and loss account has been prepared for the year ended 31st March 2019, means this is the closing date. So with the help of this we can easily calculate the time ratio. First see here how to calculate the time ratio. In pre-period we have to take here the running business, the business started that date we have to take here, and that is 1/4/2018. 1/4/2018, that one we have to take here from, and the company got its incorporation in 1/8/2018. This is the pre-period. The pre-period is here 1/4/2018 to 1/8/2018, from April to August. Okay. After that the company got incorporation certificate in the month March. So take here 1/8/2018 up to 31st March 2019. This is the post period. With the help of this, means here pre period will be April, May, June, July, August. That will be that will be 4 months, that is April, May, June, July, and 1st August it got the incorporation certificate. So means we can count here for pre-period, that is the 4 month. For pre-period that is 4 month, and for the post period we can count here. For the post period we can count here, that is from August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, means that is the 8th month. Okay, so the time ratio is here, we can say the time ratio is 4:8. If we simplify this will come 1:2. So the time ratio is here 1:2. Next see here the balance sheet. To rent of office building. Next, expenses of fixed nature, tax, audit fee, expenses of variable nature, interest paid to vendor amount is given, director fees, debenture interest, and net profit is given here, that is 87,600, and gross profit is given, that is 3,20,000. Next see the additional information one by one here. Total sales for the year, which amounted to rupees 19,20,000, out of which rupees 4,80,000 are related to their prior incorporation period. This sentence will say here the whole year total sales is given, that is 19,20,000, and out of this 19,20,000, 4,80,000 is related for pre-period, and remaining will be for the post period. So with the help of this information we will be easily find out the sales ratio. See a sales ratio how to do this one. So here the total sales is given here, that is 19,20,000, and the pre-period sales is given, that is 4,80,000, and the balance whatever will be, that is the post incorporation period. So the balance will be here 14,40,000. This is the balance. Okay, so pre-period amount is here, sales is 4,80,000, post period sales is 14,40,000, and whole year sales is given here, that is 19,20,000. With the help of these 2 points we will be easily find out the sales ratio, and the ratio will become here, that is 4,80,000 is to 14,40,000, that will come here 1:3. So 1:3 is the sales ratio here. See the next point here. Rent of office building was paid at the rate rupees 2,000 per month up to the end of September 2018, and thereafter it was increased by rupees 400 per month. This sentence says here the rent of that building is 2000 per month, and when up to the date of September, means up to the September the rent of that building is 2000, and thereafter it was increased, means after September, that is from the month of October to March, it was increased to 2400, means before it was at 2000, and from October it was increased to 400, means it was increased to 2400. Okay, so see the calculation here, calculation of rent for pre-period there will be here, pre-period month is from 1/4/2018 to 1/8/2018, means 4 month. In that 4 month the rent is 2000 multiply with 4, and that will come here, take the outer column, that will come here 8000. And next, rent for the post period. See here, for the rent for the post period, in that here 2000 per month. 2000 is up to the end of the September, means August and September, these 2 months will come under post period. So here we have to take 2000 multiply with 2 months, August and September, 2 months. This 2000 is the rent, and 2, this is the August and September, means 2 months, and that will come here 4000. And after that from October it was increased to 400. So we will take here 6 months, October, November, December, January, February, March, means 6 months multiply with 2400. 2000 rent plus 400 it was increased from October, so it will come 2400, and total will be here 14,400, and in outer column that will come 18,400, means here for post period rent is 8000, and for the pre period rent is 8000, and for the post period the rent is here 18,400. Okay, next see the calculation. Next see a third point, additional information. Purchase consideration was discharged by the company on 30th December 2018 by issuing equity shares of rupees 100 each. So with the help of this information, so we will be able to find out the interest on purchase price. See the calculation working note here, working note number 4, that is interest on purchase price. Here we have to take the date for the pre period, that is 1/4/2018, 1/4/2018 to 1/8/2018. This means this is the 4 month. Okay, and for the post period, here see here, the purchase consideration was discharged by the company on 30th December, means up to the 30th December we have to take for the post period, means here we have to take 1/8/2018 to 30th September, 30 September 10 2018. So for the pre period the months are here 4, and for the post period months are here 2, means the ratio will come here 4:2. 4:2 is the interest on purchase price ratio. Now see the working of profit and loss, profit prior and after incorporation. At very first we have to take here gross profit. So the gross profit is given here 3,20,000. Okay, gross profit always allocated in the ratio of sales ratio, allocated in sales ratio, and total is given here. Gross profit is given, that is 3,20,000, and distribute this with the help of sales ratio, and sales ratio is 1:3. So this will come here 80,000 for the pre period and 2,40,000 for the post period. After this the next step will be, we have to subtract all the expenses from the gross profit. So less all the expenses, we have to write here expenses. Okay, so the first one is here to rent of office building, that is we have did the working note here, that is calculation of rent for the pre is 8,000 and for the post is 18,400. So the total will be that one here 26,400. For the pre period it is 8,000, we did the calculation, and for the post period that is 18,400. Next expenses is here expenses of fixed nature, that is 1,21,200, 1,21,200, and that is in the ratio of in the ratio of that one we have to allocate it in the ratio time ratio, and that is amount is here 1,21,200, and allocate this, it will come 40,400 for the pre period and 80,800 for the post period. And the next expenses is here tax audit fees, and the ratio will come here sales ratio, and tax audit fees amount is here 6,000, and for the pre period it will come 1,500, and for the post period it will come 4,500. Next is expenses of variable nature, expenses of variable nature 60,400, 60,400. Okay, so this is in the nature of variable, so we have to take here sales ratio for that, and it will come here 15,100 for the pre period and 45,300 for the post period. The next will come here interest paid to vendor, that is 4,200, 4,200. Okay, total amount. And working note we did here, the ratio is 4:2. In that ratio we have to distribute this interest, and 4:2, and this will come here 2,800 for the pre period and 1,400 for the post period. And next expense is here directors fees, that is 11,200. Okay, in amount column we have to take that amount, that is 11,200, and this director fees that is related to the post period. So pre period leave it blank, and under post period column take that amount, that is 11,200. And next is here debenture interest, that is 3,000. In total amount, total column take the amount 3,000, and this debenture interest is also wholly related to the post period, so directly take that one here in post period column, that is 3,000. Now make the total. Now make first this total that is 26,400, 1,21,200, 6,000, 60,400, 4,200, 11,200, and 3,000. If we add all this, it will come 2,32,400. Also add this all expenses, it will come 67,800, and post period it will come 16,000, 1,64,600. Okay, and here we have to subtract this total from gross profit, and after that we will get the net profit, that is 87,600. Similarly for the pre period we have to subtract this 67,800 from 80,000. The final amount will come 12,200, that is the net profit for pre period, and similarly for the post period the net profit is here 75,400. Like this we have to calculate profit prior and after incorporation with the help of time ratio, sales ratio.